All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Fly versus Th000. This game taking place here on Concealed Hill. Eagle-eyed viewers will realize, hey, I'm back in the widescreen mode. I believe the NetEase servers, they fixed whatever was going on in regards to the overlays and not the overlays, the widescreen mode, and I believe the frames per second is actually back up. Let me know if it does appear a bit smoother. But this is gonna be, well, I say this is Fly versus Th000, but Th000 has spawned as the Undead. Alright, let me fix something real quickly. I realize that I should remove, I'll hide that because that ticker actually doesn't show who is actually playing. Anyways, Th000, spawning as the red undead over here on the top or right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Fly has spawned as the blue orc over here on the bottom left. There are also no what happens when I do that? No? What does that little lock-unlock thing do? Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay, I can actually control the mouse whether or not it goes in and out, but I don't have the box that actually shows me population anymore. So, stats viewer is off over here. Oh, that is absolutely lovely. Alright, hats off to NetEase for creating a nice overlay system. Yeah, this is significantly better. Undead is off over here on the top right-hand side. You can see APMs, current lumber, current gold, population. And then over here, this is Fly. Oh, I love this overlay already. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I am discovering it along with you guys. It is blocking a little bit of the day-night cycle, but if you want to know the day-night cycle, you just hover over there for a quick second. All right, let's take a look at what's going down on this matchup now. APM of Fly significantly higher, but then again, he is just toggling between a couple of buildings as we are going into a Farseer first. Farseer, Spirit Wolves already being summoned out, making its way out. We are going to be going up against a Death Knight. No surprise there. Pretty much after patch 1.30, the other races besides human and undead opened up to many new different types of heroes opening, but well, undead and human are pretty much going to still stick with Death Knight and the Archmage 9 times out of 10. Let's go into the battle here. We're going to take a look. Spirit Wolf's going to try to go after that Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend's going to be taking a little bit of damage. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. But a Death Coiling Death Knight should be able to save all sorts of damage from that Crypt Fiend there. Alright, Crypt Fiend still dancing back and forth. Death Knight, a little bit of additional damage. There goes one Spirit Wolf. It is quickly resummoned as the Crypt Fiend is still trying to dance away. This Crypt Fiend should be dancing around, trying to get away. Ghouls could be trying to come out. There is another Death Coil again. And what is really going on here? This is really interesting, or really strange at the very least, that this Crypt Fiend has absorbed 3 Death Coils. That Death Knight is nearly out of mana, still fighting on Blight. And that Crypt Fiend is still down to 217 hit points. If it was just a pure mana exchange, who came out on top? As we're going to take a look, another resummoning of the wolves there. Farseer able to get in a lot of damage onto that one Crypt Fiend. That Crypt Fiend, however, still staying on Blight, able to regenerate a good bit once more as the Death Knight gets a little bit more mana again and will be able to keep that Crypt Fiend alive if it does get into that red zone. Alright, Ogre Warrior could get taken out here in just a moment. Ensnare, I believe, onto some of those ghouls. We should be looking at, yes, there goes an Ogre Warrior. Forest Troll Trapper should also get easily taken down there. Who's going to get the final shot off there? Death Knight gets the kill as we now chase after the Farseer. Final Forest Troll Berserker, Skeletal Minions trying to go after that Forest Troll Berserker there. Meanwhile, the Death Knight and the Crypt Fiends are the ones dealing damage back, as the Death Knight is absorbing a bit of damage, but you gotta remember that it does have the little bit of a benefit from that Ring of Protection. Another kill by the Death Knight gains even more experience, as that Death Knight, well, is trying to finish off perhaps a handful of these Feral Spirit Wolves. Farseer down to 194, 171 hit points. Skeletal Minions could get taken down there. This Skeletal Minion, I would have thought, would have aggroed the Rock Golem, instead just trying to get more damage onto that Farseer. back off to the north. The style by Th000, he is just keeping his Crypt Fiends alive. Supply count 28/40 compared to 28/40. You're going to take a look there. That low hit point Crypt Fiend in the backfield. Two more shots could finish it off. Nope, down to 2 hit points. A little bit of random number generation right there helping out. Death Knight now going after the Farseer's Unholy Aura now on that Death Knight, and that Death Knight with those Crypt Fiends are going to actually be outpacing the Grunts. Feral Spirit Wolves as well. Where are they going to go? Not 100% sure, as we are now looking at the Tauren Chieftain. Farseer down to, 92 hit points. Death Knight may be able to get a shot off or two, perhaps try to take things down. There is a Fountain of Health right there, and that Fountain of Health, so much damage being absorbed by that Farseer. One more shot should get it taken out. Death Coil finishes it off, and the Death Knight retreats back. Beautifully played, well done, well executed, as the Tauren Chieftain using the Spirit Wolves here will clear out this bottom right creep camp. Yes, Fountains of Health are on this map. Generally, Orc players will favor this type of map here, but then again, the Undead being able to keep hit points on their units without having to go to Obsidian statues first. Is that perhaps going to change how Undead plays on a map that has fountains? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, Death Knight wants to get to level 3. Gonna be going after these huntsmen here. Relatively easy creep camp. I'm surprised by Th000 going after a green creep camp at this stage in the game. He has a good number of Crypt Fiends. The Death Knight is almost at level 3, and I believe he'll barely get there. I don't know if he knows this map perfectly to know that how much experience will be given from that orange creep camp when he is at level 2. Alright, Great Hall now being constructed. Fly looking to go for the long game. However, that's going to come up a bit short as you take a look at that Great Hall getting destroyed before it even really gets up and running. Death Coil comes in across. There goes a couple of attacks from the skeletal minions as they do get taken down. Ensnare onto a Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend going to end up getting Death Coil. Does get saved up a bit. Tauren Chieftain puts his foot down and stops everything in its path right there. Alright, Fly coming back after all of these units. It looks as though the Death Knight could try and go for another Death Coil. Finally uses a Scroll of Town Portal to head back. And this is going to be strange. If Fly wins in the early game, even after losing his level 1 Farseer, the harassment potential of that Farseer may actually be a bit too high. A level 1 Farseer actually dies, but pulls away time from the Death Knight from being able to do a lot of creeping or being able to do a lot of plays. And that is going to be interesting here as we are going into a large number of Crypt Fiends. We are getting that Lich out onto the field. We are going into a slaughterhouse now. We are going to tech to tier 3 for that Orb of Corruption, as that Death Knight, well, the Death Knight should no longer be part of the fight. The Lich is the one that really needs all of this experience. Back down to the south, a Great Hall is under construction. However, we could have a potential creep jack again. Here we go. Death Knight. Does he have a Death Coil? No, he does not. There is a stomp. There it goes. Stunning 6 units. Death Knight, Death Coils helps the Crypt Fiend stay alive just a little while longer. Frost Armor is there, still extremely useful, as we're going to see the Crypt Fiends being able to focus down one of those Grunts. Alright, Death Coil saves another Crypt Fiend there. Death Knight has the Potion of Greater Mana. That's the reason why he is still able to get more Death Coils off. And the level 3 Death Knight with level 2 Death Coil really doing its work, as the Tauren Chieftain gonna once again put its foot down. Death Knight with another Death Coil gets it into position, and the Undead Th000 is in a great spot right now, as this Crypt Fiend is able to mitigate or shrug off so much damage, so much focus onto the Crypt Fiends, trying to take them down, only to see the Lich with Frost Armor providing a lot of longevity to all of those units. Alright, some low hit point Grunts there. Farseer trying to, well, add a little bit of protection, using those Spirit Wolves to prevent the Death Knight from catching up. Tome of Strength picked up and stolen, and we'll see, yes, Scroll of Town Portal being picked up as well, as this expansion will get taken out. It looks like the advantage from Th000's early death, getting level 2 Death Coil, from that just extra bit of experience. You saw how incredibly helpful it was. If that Death Knight was not at level 2, that fight would have gone a completely different way. 48 supply compared to 40 right now. Well, APMs are starting to even out just a bit. We do have 2 obsidian statues. Fortified armor has not been upgraded as of yet on the orc burrows, as we are now going into tier 3. Interesting choice for tier 3. Headhunters also getting added in, as headhunters are incredibly powerful against those destroyers, but is it gonna really be enough? Back across over here, Ogre Lord gonna get ensnared. It's gonna be an easy kill for the Farseer and the Tauren Chieftain. Farseer will get to level 2. Meanwhile, what is going on across over here? Trying to get some more kills. Farseer, oh no, Tauren Chieftain picks up the item. It is Brilliance Aura. That Tauren Chieftain will be able to get a lot of stomps, but the damage output of the Undead army may still just be far too high. You can take a look. These Crypt Fiends could have easily finished off the Ogre Magi, finished off all of these units here, decided against it, and is now going to perhaps try and trap his opponent. Farseer perhaps was hoping that it was going to be closer to nightfall, being able to fight at this fountain. Farseer very, very low on hit points, going to be forced to try and dance and run away as the Red Drake is getting pulled away as well. Alright, Raider down to 238 hit points, trying to switch back every which way. Meanwhile, the Crypt Fiends going to be able to catch a couple of units in transit as the Berserkers head off to the north. I am sorry, the Troll Headhunters. Yeah, I'm used to Forest Troll Berserkers whenever I think of powerful range units. Orc getting those Headhunters much stronger is going to be a little bit of a shift for me. Alright, armor upgrade coming across. Death Knight looking to try and finish off that Orc Burrow. Where are those units going to land? There you are, Tauren Chieftain. Frost Nova onto the Farseer. Farseer going to try and back off here. Orb of Corruption giving the negative armor. Meanwhile, Death Knight is going to get level 2 Unholy Aura. No, still sitting at level 1. Crypt Fiend able to stay alive ever so barely. Wind Riders joining in. I don't believe there's web as of yet, as the Raiders now trying to back off. Death Knight may be able to get off another Death Coil here. There it goes. A beautiful heal again, as a stomp goes down onto the Crypt Fiend. One Crypt Fiend will finally get taken out after a Chain Lightning. Death Knight still going after Headhunters here, but the battle is just tipping in favor of Th000 by so much. A number of well-timed, well-placed Tauren Chieftain stomps, still not enough, as the Destroyer gets picked off by a Wind Rider. Alright, 39 supply compared to 45. Who's going to come out ahead? The Wind Rider has been able to finish off a handful of Destroyers pretty quickly, as the Wind Riders do not have to worry about Crypt Fiends and that web attack. Destroyer going up against a Wind Rider. The Wind Rider should really be going after the Destroyer. That's not a good battle trying to take down a Crypt Fiend, as the Wind Rider could have done serious damage to the Destroyer instead. Alright, Grunt gonna get forced to retreat back. 47 supply compared to 37. Things still not looking good. Headhunter looks like it will get taken down, as the units are still chasing once more. Farseer sitting at level 2. Tauren Chieftain is in the backfield. Does it have enough health to try and live and fight another day? Replenishment Potion could have been used earlier. Healing Salve as well. Tauren Chieftain is in trouble. Death Coil, is it going to finish it off? Down to 20, 30 hit points. Healing Salve and Potion and Ring of Regeneration, the only thing that's keeping that Tauren Chieftain alive. But without the fortified armor on those Orc Burrows, this is gonna be the end here, as the piercing damage from the Crypt Fiends and the magic damage from the Destroyers finish everything off. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.